Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. You guys should say hello to me. All right, please. Let's get our textbook and open to topic 7. Is that right? Topic 7, right? All right. So topic 7 says what makes a good or bad impression. First impression. No? Like I always say, it's an interesting topic. First impression. The basic thing we need to learn here is it is good to have a good impression for the first time. Okay? However, any way you want to do it, just try to make the first impression. There's a very famous English saying. It says the first impression lasts forever. When you get it right the first time, then subsequent impressions might not really matter. Let's say, for example, you went for a speech contest. Okay, if you were at a speech contest, your first introduction at the contest really matters a lot. If you can be able to beat that first stage fright, the first impression, then subsequently you could do anything. And then it captivates people's attention. It grabs people's attention, draws their attention to you. Okay? So whatever you do, try to learn to make first impression. It's really, really necessary, very important. You know, when you meet people, what do they think about you? How do they feel about you? How do they feel about your first impression? Your smiles, your facial look, your dressing, your everything. It's really, really important. Okay? So that's the basic introduction to that. Let's do the warm-up questions real quick. It says, how do you greet people for the first time? Please, you have to be detailed. Tell us how you greet people, and what do you do? What do you notice about others when you meet them for the first time? What do you look out for when you meet people for the first time? Okay? And then, do you notice those things about yourself as well? Of course, you know, most of the things we look out for in others, we should have it. Okay? You can't be looking for someone who is pretty when you are ugly. If you want to make friends with people who are pretty, you should also have self-confidence that you are pretty too. If you want to make friends with someone who is ugly, you should have self-confidence that you're also ugly. So it works like that. Okay, so we attract our likes. Okay, so do you look out for those things that you seek to find in others? Do you look out for it in yourself? A good example of it is when you are smart, you look out for people who are as smart as you are as well. Okay? When you eat too much, you associate with people who eat too much, so that the friendship can be fun and good, right? So let's write the one more question. those are the vocabularies. Please endeavor to write them down. Okay, are we done? Oh, some people are still around. So let's review what we wrote in our warm-up questions. But let's start from you. Read out the question loud and then the response.
How do you greet someone for the first time? I think I am politely. What do you notice about others when you are with them? I notice their way of speaking. Do you notice these things about yourself? Yes, I try to remove my bad habit. What effect does a first impression have on you? It makes stereotype.
Makes a stereotype. All right, ready, go, go, go.
I greet people carefully for the first time and I notice their first impression and I notice these things about myself and I think that someone does something interesting makes a first impression to get known to.
All right. Good, go, go, go. Okay. Yes, sir. I can't hear you. Okay, pretty well. That's a good one. Yes.
I greet people by making a sense opinions when I greet someone first time. I notice their expression and style. Yes, I notice things about myself. I think great manner have a long-term first impression.
Okay. Next.
I smile to someone when I greet them casually. I notice their attitude and manner when I meet them. Yes, I notice these things about myself. Behavior can be remembered for a long time.
That's right. Next.
I greet someone first smile and laugh for the first time, and I notice about others' emotions when I meet them. And yes, so I always do my best, acting my best is nice. And I think the first appearance may have an impact.
Okay, cool.
Like you know, sir, depending on the appearance personality, yes, and I think they host the person that I think.
I usually try to act politely and I notice the attitude. And yes, but I don't notice it too much. It affects on the relationship.
Okay, pretty cool, buddy. Go, go, go.
I usually react positively when I meet someone for the first time. I notice their height, weight, appearance, and first impression when I meet others. I notice these things about myself. In my opinion, first impression affects to others one of them.
That's right.
I think I always eye contact with them and I notice their personality and their voice. And I think I notice these things about myself. And I think first impression is the first time to see someone, so you maybe continue to have a long impression.
Okay, pretty well. So everything boils on impression and also the same impression you have about yourself. Okay? Impression, attraction. One of the basic thing I want to say is the reason why people want to dress well when they have their first date with either a friend or anyone, or first interview, or attending an interview, or going for speech contest, is because your appearance already had created an impression. Okay? most times you don't need to say a word. Your smiles, your eyes, your looks, your action, your attitude creates impressions. Okay? So that's why we got the word impression in the vocab. It says it's an idea, feeling, or opinion about something or someone, especially one formed without conscious thought based on conscious thought or based on evidence. Now, sometimes, like she said, she don't usually talk to strangers for the first time. But after a while, if she becomes comfortable with you, then she can talk to you. That she didn't talk to you for the first time, you said hi to her or you tried to become friends, it doesn't mean she hates you. She is trying to figure out in her mind what she feels about you or how she thinks about you. Alright, some people are like that. Okay? On the other hand, some people would, hey, hello, they would shake you and smile. They just do that to also see how you reciprocate to them as well. So we have different kinds of humans. So, but the impression is usually based, is without consciousness. It's subconscious. That's why some of us, when I ask you to tell me how you became friends or how you became close friend with your best friend, sometimes it's a little difficult to define. Why? Because it's usually without consciousness. Maybe you just met in the classroom, maybe she just said hi, and then before you know it, you guys became so close and became best friends. Alright? So one of the attractions for impression is looks, smiles, your behavior. Like he rightfully said, he looks out at how people speak, right? Yeah, how they talk and all of that. So all of those things builds up impression. And now mind you, what he's looking out for first impression might be very totally different from what she's looking out for her own first impression. Okay? That's why sometimes we get these things mixed up. We get it all wrong. Okay? Maybe he's looking out for how someone speaks, and maybe she's looking out for appearance, and she doesn't care how you speak. So it's all personal. Okay? The second one is confidence. Confidence, let's read it all together. Everyone, want to go? The feeling
Or believe that one really knows someone or something from trust.
So rely, the word rely means trust. Okay? So one of the things, I had these classes yesterday, and my student told me there's no confidence, there's no confidential issues in Korea. No one trusts each other in Korea. That's Korean culture. And I was smiling, I was laughing. Alright? One of the things we should learn is to trust someone. I know trust is not defined, it's not bought by money, it's built with time. Yeah. But in as much as you build or you start believing or you start trusting someone, you should learn to trust wholly. And then you have to rely to trust. You have to trust someone to have confidence in them. When you trust someone so much, then you can build confidence. That's where you can share your secrets with friends and tell them about some hidden stuff about you. Okay? And for us who friends trust, please, let's keep the trust. If someone tells you his or her secret, please keep it safe. Don't make it open for everyone to know. It's not so good. Alright? So that's what confidence is. It's a feeling or belief that someone relies on someone. The word rely here means to trust. Okay? And then confidence, on the other hand, is known to be firm trust. Having a strong trust on something or someone. The next one is posture. Let's read that together, everyone. Position.
Someone's way of dealing with something
An approach or attitude.
or behavior intended to impress or
Now, this word position could mean different things in different contexts. Okay, the first meaning is how you stand. All right, if you like to stand this way, like to stand that way, that's posture. Okay, it means posture. All right. I remember when I was in college, I was really tall and I was so slim. Now, who is slim? No one is slim in this class. I was so slim. And then because I was so tall, I couldn't stand straight. I always bent. That's how I used to walk, because I was really tall. So I couldn't stand up straight. I always bent. So I had a friend then, she would hit my back. And then, stop bending, stand straight. Okay. That could be posture, okay? And then the next meaning of posture is ways of dealing with something. An approach to deal with something is also posture. Now let's talk about the verb meaning of posture. The verb meaning of posture means behavior intended to impress or mislead. So when you behave in a certain way to impress someone, maybe you are meeting your girlfriend for the first time, okay? And you're meeting the boyfriend for the first time, the ladies. Then you took 2 hours to make up. Wear makeup, put eyeliners, eyeshadow, lip gloss, lipstick, and you wear very beautiful clothes. It's also posture. So it's a behavior intended to impress someone or to mislead someone. Okay? Misleading. So everything, all of those things are postures. And then the last one is tone of voice. Obviously, our voice tones differ. Alright? My voice tone might be really high and then yours might be really low. But we have to regulate how we use the voice tone. So if I'm in this class and I'm your teacher and I'm here, how would you feel? That would be so awkward, right? So I have to speak out loud for you to hear me. Okay? When it's time to speak slowly, I have to speak slowly. I have to speak quietly. So that's tone of voice. It's the way a person is speaking to another person. So basically, that's what topic 7 is all about.